The previous sessions we saw about the introduction of integers and exercise 1.1. Today I'm going to just brief you about the properties of integers. Properties of integer. The first property which you are going to see is a closure property. What is a closure property? Whenever you add two numbers or you subtract two numbers or you multiply two numbers or you divide two numbers, the resultant should also be a number. For example, when I add two whole numbers, the result I should get also should be a whole number. So mostly addition and multiplication satisfy in closure property. Let's see what is happening under integers. So the first property we are going to go in is, as I said, is closure property. Addition. It is closed under addition. Example, when I add two integers, the result is also an integer. Example, I have got two numbers, minus 5 and positive 4. So I am going to add these two numbers. So minus 5 plus 4. So when I have two numbers with different sign, I am supposed to subtract the number. So 5 minus 4 is 1 and I will put the greater number sign minus 1. So minus 4 is also an integer, minus 5 is also an integer and 4 is also an integer. And the result which I am getting minus 1 is also an integer. So addition is closed under closure. Then subtraction. Example, when I subtract two integers, the result is also an integer. So I have taken the same example. I have taken the minus 5 and plus 4. So here I am going to subtract it. So I have just written the plus 4 inside the bracket. So minus 5 minus of 4. So plus into minus is minus. So minus 5 minus 4. The answer is minus 9, which is a integer. So it is closed under subtraction. Next, going on to the operation multiplication. When I multiply two integers, the result is also an integer. The same examples, minus 5 into 4. So plus into minus is minus, 5 into 4 is 20. So minus 20 is again an integer. So it is closed under multiplication. Now going on to the division. When I divide two integers, the result is not an integer. I should not get a fraction type number. So I should get a whole number with either with a positive or a negative sign. So minus 4 divided by 4, I get it in if you convert this into decimal. So minus 5 divided by 4 is not an integer. If I am going to divide it, I am not going to get a whole number. I am going to get it in a decimal number. So which is not closed under division. So the first property is closure property. Addition, subtraction and multiplication holds good, but division does not satisfy. Next, commutative property. You must have studied commutative property, associative property, all those properties in 6th standard with using whole numbers. Here we are going to use integers. So the property for addition is a plus b is equal to b plus a. So I am taking an example of minus 3 plus 2. Minus 3 and a positive 2. I am adding a. Will take the value minus 3 and b will take the value plus 2. So minus 3 plus 2 is equal to b plus a. So plus 2 plus within brackets minus 3. Now minus 3 plus 2. Two numbers have got two different signs. So I will subtract and put the greater number sign. So I am getting minus 1. Here 2 plus into minus minus. So my answer is minus 1. So if both the sides LHS and RHS satisfies, commutative property gets satisfied under addition. Next, subtraction. A minus b is not equal to b minus a. So let's see what is happening. Minus 3 plus 2. So plus 2, when I subtract it will become minus. And here 2 minus of minus 3, since the minus 3 is a negative. So minus 3 minus 2, both the numbers have got the same sign. I will add and put the same. Okay, the numbers are minus 3 and positive 2. But since we have got a negative sign, I am just putting the 2 as it is with a negative sign. So minus 3 minus 2 is equal to 2 minus of within brackets minus 3. So the two numbers have got the same sign. You will add and put the same sign. So the answer will be minus 5. Here 2 minus of minus 3, minus into minus will become plus. So 2 plus 3 is 5. So minus 5 is not at all equal to 5. So subtraction is not satisfied under commutative property. Next goes on to the multiplication. A into B is equal to B into A. I have taken the same numbers minus 3 and plus 2. So when I multiply minus 3 into 2 or 2 into minus 3, I should get the same answer. So minus 3 into 2 plus into minus, minus 3 2s are 6. Here again plus into minus, minus 2 3s are 6. So multiplication is satisfied under commutative property. Next comes the division. A divided by B is not equal to B divided by A. So minus 3 when I divided by 2 is not equal to 2 divided by minus 3. So when I write it in the vertical form, minus 3 by 2 is not equal to minus 2 by 3. So division is not satisfied under commutative property. Next we will go to the associative property. Associative property for addition. A plus within brackets B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. So you are going to see whether this property is satisfied. I have taken this question as minus 5 for A, minus 3 for B and minus 2 for C. So for LHS will be minus 5 outside, for B plus C within the brackets, full bracket, minus 3 plus minus 2. And my RHS will be if A and B within the brackets, that is minus 5 and minus 3 within the bracket and minus 2C outside. Now when I simplify, I will have minus 5 as it is, minus 3 plus into minus minus 2. So minus 5, again say two numbers having the same sign, add and put the same sign, so minus 5. Plus into minus, minus. So minus 5 minus 5, again you are going to get minus 10. Now going on to the RHS, I will simplify the brackets, big brackets the first. So minus 5 plus into minus, minus. So minus 5 minus 3 plus minus 2 separately. Now two numbers having the same sign, add. So minus 8 plus within brackets minus 2. Plus into minus, minus. So minus 8 minus 2 is again minus 10. So addition gets satisfied under associative property. Next, going on to the subtraction. A minus B minus C is not equal to A minus B minus C. The same thing, first number A separately, minus 5 minus within bracket minus 3 minus of minus 2 is equal to A and B within bracket minus 5 minus of minus 3 minus separately C and the other bracket minus 2. Now LHS minus 5 minus 3 plus into minus, it is plus. So minus 5. So this becomes two numbers having two different signs. Subtract and put the greater number sign. So minus 1. Now minus into minus plus. So minus 5 plus 1 is equal to minus 4. Now RHS, you will simplify the first bracket. Minus 5 minus into minus plus 3 minus of minus 2. Now minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2. Minus of minus 2, so which is minus 2 plus 2, which is 0, and minus 4 is not equal to 0. So a subtraction does not satisfy under associative property. The next moving on to the multiplication. A into B into C within brackets is equal to A into B within brackets into C. So minus 5 separately into B and C separately in a big bracket, minus 3 into minus 2 is equal to A into B within brackets minus 5 into minus 3 into minus 2. So now I will keep as it is, minus 5 as it is, and simplify the numbers within the bracket. Now minus into minus plus 3 2s are 6 is equal to, the first big brackets has to be simplified. So 5 3s are 15, minus into minus is plus into minus 2. Now minus into minus, minus 5 6 are 30. Here plus into minus is minus, 15 2s are 30. So LHS is equal to RHS. So multiplication is satisfied under associative property. Now for division, again A divided B divided by C. within brackets is not equal to A divided by B within brackets divided by C. So example, minus 5 plus minus 3 divided by minus 2 within brackets is equal to minus 5 divided by minus 3 within brackets divided by minus 2. Now minus 5 divided by 3 by 2 is equal to 5 by 3 divided by minus 2. Now minus 5 can be written in the form of a fraction as minus 5 by 1 divided, so I have to change it to multiplication sign and reciprocal the second fraction, it becomes 2 by 3. In your RHS, 5 by 3 into 1 minus 1 by 2. Now multiply the numerator and denominator, minus 10 by 3 is not equal to minus 5 by 6. So division is not satisfied under associative property. Clear, children? Additive identity. 0 is the additive identity for integers. That is, when I add any number to 0, I should get the same number. The rule for that is A plus 0 is equal to A is equal to 0 plus A. So let 0 be as it is. I am going to take minus 5 as the number. So minus 5 plus 0, which is equal to minus 5, is equal to 0 plus minus 5. So minus 5 plus 0, minus 5 is equal to minus 5, and 0 plus into minus, minus, so minus 5. So all the three are equal. So 0 is going to be the additive identity for integers. Next, multiplicative identity. 1 is the multiplicative identity for integers. A into 1 is equal to 1 into A equal to A. Now let me take the number as minus 3. So minus 3 into 1 is equal to 1 into minus 3 is equal to minus 3. Now minus 3 into 1 is minus 3. 1 into minus 3 is also minus 3, which is equal to the A value minus 3. So it gets satisfied. So 1 is the multiplicative identity for integers. Next, moving on to the last property, distributive property. Here you have two methods, multiplication over addition and multiplication over subtraction. Now the property goes on like this. A into within brackets B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. So you are going to solve this property using an example. So I will give the value for A to be 4, B to be 3 and C to be minus 8. Now we will clear off the LHS, then go to the RHS and see whether both the sides are equal. So 4 into 3, since you have minus 8, so plus into minus will become minus 8. So 4 into 3 minus 8, two different signs, subtract and put the greater number sign. So minus 5. So 4 into 5 is 20, plus into minus is minus 20. You are getting in the LHS. Now moving on to the RHS, A into B plus A into C. So what is the value of A? 4. What is the value of B? 3. So 4 into 3 plus, what is the value of A again? 4. What is the value of C? Minus 8. So 4 3s are 12 plus into minus, minus 32. Now again here, plus into minus, minus. So 12 minus 32. It's two different sign. Subtract, put the greater number sign. 20, greater number is 32, which has got a sign of minus, so minus 20. So both the sides are equal. So distributive property gets satisfied under multiplication over addition. Next, multiplication over subtraction. This is nothing but in the place of plus, you are going to just put minus. A into B minus C is equal to A into B minus A into C. The same examples I have given, A 4, B 3 and C 8. So 4 into, C is minus 8. 4 into 3 minus, why I am putting this in the bracket is I have got two negative signs. So just to show it, so minus of minus 8. So 4 into minus is plus. So 3 plus 8. So 3 plus 8 is 11. 4 into 11 is 44. Now moving on to the RHS, if A into B, so that is 4 into 3 minus A into C, 4 into minus 8. So 4 3s are 12 minus 4 8s are 32 minus 32. Now multiply the signs. 12 minus into minus plus. So 12 plus 32, 44. So LHS is equal to RHS. So this property also gets satisfied. Thank you, children.